What is up, YouTube? This is Cher here, bringing you guys another Pokemon Black and White 2 Wi-Fi battle. And as you guys know, today is the end of the world, so I thought of something that would fit perfectly for the end of the world. Today, I am doing a fucking RU battle! That's right, I am actually playing the RU tier, and at first I was very hesitant about doing this because of the fact that the RU metagame now, it's even worse than what it was when I first started hating on RU. Nowadays, it's just like, oh my god, I want to just bash my head against a wall. Hey, there's a wall right here. But I don't feel like bashing my head against it because it would hurt very, very bad. But yeah, you get the picture. I don't like RU, and I thought me playing RU is something apocalyptic. So if the Mayans aren't going to end the world, I'm going to end the world personally myself by uploading a frickin' RU battle. So here you guys go! I'm doing RU! Oh my god, yay! Anyways, my team is consisting of a Slowking, an Excelgor, an Escavalier, a Drudigon, Typhlosion, and Sceptile. My opponent is, TehRaquaza2094, the guy who I was playing. He was streaming and I was like, hey, let's RU. He's like, whoa, you want RU? Alright. But anyways, his team is consisting of a Nidoqueen, Munchlax, Gallade, Tangrowth, Durant, and a Cresselia. And at first I was like, wait a second, Durant is BL2. Then I forgot about the suspect testing that was going on for Durant and Cresselia, and they recently went down RU, so I was like, oh hey, they're back in RU, awesome. Which is kind of weird at first, because Durant is just super powerful. I don't understand why they let it back down to RU in the first place. I guess I see a point, because Choice Banded Hustle Set can take out Tangrowth and fucking Slowking Core, which is a very prominent feature of RU, so I guess that's a good reason. And Crest, I have no idea why they let that go down to RU either, but threats on his end are obviously the Cresselia, because of the fact that it is really bulky as shit, and the fact that his Munchlax is another threat as well, because it's got the rest talk and all that stuff, and it can just whirlwind me out if he sets up his, what do you call those fucking things? Oh, yes, the rocks, those. That's kind of bad for me. Yeah, brain fart there. I'm done talking about the team preview, so without further ado, let's just get off this apocalyptic, pretty good pun, apocalyptic battle. Let's do it! Let's go! So, anyways, I'm challenged by Flay. I'm gonna go ahead and just lead off with my Slowking, or my Slowqueen in this matter. And, he's gonna lead off with his Nidoqueen here, and he's gonna withdraw right away, expecting me to just go straight for the Scald. So I predicted that very nicely and go for a Toxic, and it was okay at first, because I was predicting him to switch out to something that could take the Scald besides the Munchlax. But he goes out to Munchlax, and he's just gonna be able to just go straight for the rest and get rid of that. Then he can just go for Sleep Talk to either Body Slam me or Whirlwind me if he has it. So in this case, I know that a Drudigon can take on his Munchlax very nicely, but here I predicted him to go ahead and just switch out to his Tangrowth, so I decided to just go straight for a Dragon Claw instead of locking myself into Outrage. So now I'm going to be able to switch out into something that can deal with Tangrowth accordingly, and I'm just going to go ahead and just go straight out to my Escavalier. But if he predicted that and had gone for the HP Fire, I probably would have been screwed, because here he's just going to go straight for a Sleep Powder, which I really didn't care about because I'm Choice Banded, and I was like, oh, maybe this could be Sleep Powder later in the match. But luckily for me, I carry the Sleep Talk. And now, if I go for the Sleep Talk and get the Mega Horn, this Tangrowth isn't going to enjoy taking a super effective stab. Choice Band, Boasted Adamant, Mega Horn, and I do get it as he Leech Seeds me. Doesn't matter. Goodbye! Get destroyed! Goodbye, Tangrowth! One of the most physically defensive walls in RU just got annihilated! So he's going to bring in his Nidoqueen again. I really can't do anything to him, so I'm just going to go ahead and just go back out to my Slowqueen, or my Slowking, same thing. But he's going to set up the rocks on the switch out, and he's just going to go straight for a T-Bolt, try and get as much damage off on my Slowking as possible, and possibly paralyze me, but that doesn't happen, luckily. And I'm just going to go straight for a Scout here, try and burn this sucker, and I do burn him, which is nice, and it's looking from here if I leave my Slowking in, I could still 2-hit KO his Nidoqueen, but I didn't want to risk him getting max damage next turn with the T-Bolt, so I decided to go ahead and just switch out to my Escavalier again as Death Fodder. As he just goes straight for a T-Bolt, I'm going to be able to take that very nicely, and then next turn if he just goes straight for an attacking move, he's just going to die to the burn either way, so that's pretty good for me and pretty bad for him. So down goes his Nidoqueen, down goes my Escavalier, and I really didn't care about Escavalier now because it was basically Sleep Fodder / Tangrowth Destroyer, and it did its duty, so I don't need it anymore. It's expendable. I can just say, fuck you, I don't need you anymore. So, anyways, he's going to bring in his Gallade as I bring in my Drudagon, and I'm just going to go straight for an Outrage here, expecting him... Or no, I didn't go for an Outrage, I'm sorry. I predicted him to be the Bandit set and just go straight for a close combat, try and take me out, so I went for a Sucker Punch, and that didn't work out in my favor. So, here's just going to go for a Toxic, try and cripple my Drudagon, and I'm just going to go straight for an Outrage, and I was like, okay, if he's a specially defensive set, then I could probably 2-hit KO him. But he's obviously going to be the defensive set, and I'd get a crit on him, and that did a lot. It's like, oh my god. But unfortunately here, he's obviously just going to go straight for the Moonlight, recover all his HP, and this next Outrage isn't going to do a whole lot to him. But if I had gotten another crit on this Cresselia, then I would have been really happy, because Crest would have been out of the way, it wouldn't have to matter about that anymore, and then I still have a Drudagon that can just destroy him. But obviously, that's not going to happen. Don't crit him. And then he's just going to be able to Moonlight again, get all his HP back, as I keep losing HP to the Toxic. And like I said, here he goes straight for a Moonlight, and this Outrage isn't going to do jack diddly because no crit, blah blah blah, and things. So that kind of sucked for me, and now I'm going to get the Confusion here, and at this point in time, I was just like, there's really no point in keeping this Drudagon, so I'm just going to go straight for the Outrage, smack him with it, and just try and get as much damage off on this thing as possible. But here, unfortunately for me, I believe I do hit myself in Confusion, which kind of sucks, but at the same time, it's just like, I'll be able to get free switch into whatever I want that can handle this Cresselia. So down goes my Drudagon. It's alright, I guess, a little. Not really, though. I wish I kind of kept it for his Gallade, but whatever. So, I'm going to bring in the Excelgor, which is choice specs, and here, I was predicting him to possibly switch out to Durant to take the Bug Buzz, then he could set up the Hone Claws, so that's why I went for Focus Blast, but he's just going to stay in. And here he goes for a Hidden Power Grass, I think? I don't know. I don't know what kind of Hidden Power it was, maybe Fighting, who knows. That's probably what it was, but here I'm going to switch out to Sceptile because I'm locked into Focus Blast, and he's going to go straight for a Psychic. Not going to do a lot, I'm just going to go straight for a Swords Dance, and I'm going to just go ahead and just try and smack this thing with an attack that will do a ton of damage to this Crust. He's going to Toxic me, try and cripple me, but here I'm just going to go for a +2 Leaf Blade, and I was like, alright, +2 Stab Leaf Blade. It's going to do a nice chunk, right? No, no. It did like 40%, and that was just downright terrible, so yeah, that kind of sucks that I wasted my Sceptile on this thing, but at the same time, I shouldn't be too surprised because it is a defensive Cresselia. But here I'm just going to go straight for an Acrobatics, and that still didn't do a whole lot. So here, he's just going to go ahead and just Moonlight, get all his HP back, while I die to the Toxic, and this Cresselia is just looking really threatening to me right now, just because of how bulky it was. It took a +2 Leaf Blade. Good lord! Like, who does that? So, I'm going to go ahead and just go out to my Slowking again, because, yeah, it's the best thing I got for this Cresselia. Here I made a really good prediction. Actually, no, it wasn't this turn. It was another turn, but you'll see later in the match. He's going to go out to Munchlax, expecting me to go for Toxic, which I do, which was pretty obvious, but at the same time, I wanted to make the safe play, so goes out to Munchlax as I go for a Scale, trying to get some damage on this thing, and here he's just going to go straight for a Sleep Talk, and he gets the Rest, which is just funny as hell because of the fact that he got hexed a lot in this match. I'm not going to lie, but hey, it's hexed. You got to get over it, right? But here he's just going to go ahead and just go for a Sleep Talk again, and I believe this turn he gets the Rest once again, which is just like, ha 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 ha, that's a big troll. So, yeah, that kind of sucked for him, but it's funny for me at the same time. So, here I'm just going to go straight for a Scalp once more, and I do get the crit here, but it doesn't make much of a difference because here he's just going to Whirlwind me out into something. I believe he goes out, he Whirlwinds me out to my Excelgor, and I was just like, okay. I'm just gonna go straight for the Bug Buzz, predicting him to just go out to Cresselia, predicting my Focus Blast. Nope. He stays in, goes for the Whirlwind as I go for Bug Buzz, and he doesn't die. So here, I'm just gonna go straight out to my Typhlosion because of the Whirlwind, and I'm gonna go for a Focus Blast. I hit it, and I do take out his Munchlax, which is amazing because I don't have to worry about him anymore, which is just like really awesome. So, anyways, here he just goes out to his Crest again, and I'm just gonna go ahead and just go out to my Slowking once again. And I believe here he went for the Toxic, yes he does, to cripple my Slowking. And here was the second most important part in this match, which just made it downright amazing. I predicted him to predict me to go for a Toxic, so I predicted him to switch out to his Durant, which is immune to Toxic. Then he could just set up the Home Claws and just take a shit on me, right? No, I'm gonna go for a Fire Blast and you're gonna die! Goodbye, Durant. Fire Blast to the face! Get destroyed! So down goes Durant, which is just amazing because if I had let that thing set up, oh my god, down I would go. But unfortunately I forgot about his Gallade, and here he's just gonna set up the Substitute as I go for a Toxic, and this was pretty much the beginning of the end for me. So I was just like, oh shit, he's the sub-bulk upset. And my team isn't meant to handle this set. It's meant to take on the Choice Bandit set, but it was just like, oh crap, I forgot about this kind of set, so, oh well. So, I'm gonna go out to my Typhlosion here, try and take out this Gallade. And here I was like, okay, Fire Blast, you gotta hit, you gotta do this. You're my only hope. Come on, you got this, Typhlosion, you got this! You're a Typhlosion! Nope, no Fire Blast, but it makes up for the fact that I managed to predict his, Durant switch in and his in the Escavalier shenanigans with the sleep talk and all that. It makes up for that, so happens. So he's still behind the sub, and I'm just gonna go straight out to my Slowking. He's gonna go for a Night Slash, and I was just like, okay, I'm a Slowking, I can take it, go for the Scald, break the sub. And I do take it, and I was like, okay, Scald, you got this, you can do it, you can break the sub. Nope, he's still behind the sub, so now it's just like, GG, I'm done. So, yep, I'm just gonna go ahead, just leaving my Slowking Death Fodder, but he's just gonna set the bulk up in my face, which is just adding insult to injury. If I were him, I would have just been like, yeah, you're gonna die, so I'm not gonna set up in your face. I'm just gonna go straight for the kill. So, I break his sub here with Scald, and he's just gonna go straight for a Night Slash, take out my Slowking, and then next turn, I'm just gonna go ahead and bring in my Excelgor, and just go straight for a Specs Bug Buzz, but yeah, due to Gallade's natural special defensive bulk, it won't be able to take him out. Then he's just going to take me out with another Night Slash. So that's the match. That was GG, TehRaquaza2094. Go check him out, guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. And don't ask me for more RU battles. You won't get them unless I feel like doing them. Comprende? I'm just joking around, guys. Yeah, I guess this was kind of a fitting battle for the apocalypse, and I know that you guys would kind of enjoy me doing an RU just to punish myself, so there you fucking go, I guess. So, that was the match. Like I said, go check out my opponent. Hope you guys enjoy, blah, blah, blah. Leave a like, comment, and as always, hit that subscribe button. And that's all for today, blah, blah, blah. Hope you guys don't get eaten by the apocalypse / get destroyed by falling meteors and unforeseen planets and other alien invasions and apocalyptic shit that I don't even know about off the top of my head. I'm done with this. Straight up signing out, and ciao.